What's going on, guys? It's your girl, Jamela Mustafa, and this is BET's Next Up. Joining me today is the one, the only, he's a first-round pick, Eagles rookie linebacker. He's not one to watch, he's one to win. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Jihaad Campbell.
What's going on? Appreciate you for having me.
Oh my God, give me some snaps
Sure,
and that.
we're
Oh,
good.
ow.
Oh,
Woo, you've been doing a lot of
come on,
talking.
come on.
Damn. Oh, well, thank you for your time.
No problem.
Wow.
Hell no.
21 years old.
Yep.
So young, so successful.
Yep.
What does a day look like for you?
So it's structured playing, of course, right? Like I think for me, I pray in the morning, and then after that, like right after that, I might eat breakfast at the facility, or I might make breakfast at the crib. It depends on what day it is or how I'm feeling when I wake up. Then I get in my car, drive to the facility. It's probably take me like 25 minutes, and then we got meetings around, I would say like 8:30. So, I get some little treatment in. I might eat at the facility, like I said. It's not gonna be nothing too crazy,
Get the free eats.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, just get some treatment, get my body right, get my body moving early in the morning, it's a little tired.
Yeah.
And then, got meetings all the way until probably, I would say, like 2-ish, 1-ish maybe, whatever. Then we got to walk through right before practice, and then got to get ready. With our coaching staff, they don't like us being out there 5 minutes early. Now we gotta be out there like 15, 20 minutes early.
Early?
Yeah, early, for sure. And then next thing you know, practice time, and that's just when you just cut it loose. And then after practice, that's when if you got any mistakes, you could look at it after practice. You got film, we got iPads, or we could go into the film rooms, so we can watch film. And for me, I like to just get in a cold tub, hot tub, and then Norman Tech boots, roll out, and then I'm headed to the crib. I'm done.
Well, look, it's been a long road because right now you are EAGLES, Eagles.
Yeah.
You are bleeding green, one of the greatest NFL teams, greatest football teams of all time. But it's been a long road. You being 5 years old and younger, it's more than a passion. Yeah. It's more than a blessing. It's your destiny. 4 years old at your destiny. Yeah. We already know that, right? You did the college thing. What was one of the hardest lessons that you had to learn that wasn't on the football field that allowed you to be here today?
Yeah, I think, but I know, like this game, like you said earlier, I'm 21, and this game could take you so many different places. You can learn so many different lessons. Mm-hmm. But I think the biggest thing, that we all tend to have as human beings is that, we want to be so perfect. But I think the biggest thing is having the mindset of like striving to be perfect, so that when it's time to take action or whatever, you already have that mindset of like, oh, I'm good, or I'm striving, or I'm willing to do so.
Yes.
And I think having that mindset of like, I get to get this opportunity, or I get to take advantage.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing in life, and that's what I live by. Always, like I said, being thankful, being grateful, and first and foremost, like being honored that I'm in this position. Like it's not. I had learned a while back, like it's only a 1% of people that get to have a chance to go to the NFL, and especially being drafted in the first round back in my hometown. It's a blessing. I can't look at it, or I can't be thankful no other way. And like I said, I'm gonna keep living my life by striving to be perfect, not always thinking that I'm perfect, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I got God by my side, and when I believe and I trust in Him, I know everything gonna go right for me. So.
Did you always want to bleed green though? Because, was it like, I'm so glad to be here, or was there another team that you had your eye on?
I mean, I always loved the Eagles. Like in my household, it was always the Eagles. Besides my uncle, rest in peace to him, he was a Cowboys fan.
Wow, it's always Cowboys. What is going on? It's something about the Cowboy.
It's crazy though, but
look
though. So when I got drafted here, man, he straight up bought my jersey. He came to the practice with it. I'm like, okay, I like that.
No, he had it on?
Yeah, for sure.
I know, but do you have the Cowboys on right under it?
No. Straight Eagles, straight last name now, yeah.
Got to talk about, speaking of Eagles, Brian Dawkins was one of your favorite players.
Yeah.
In terms of the Eagles, who is one of your favorite players, NFL players of all time?
Of all time?
Yes.
There's a lot of them. Of all time? I don't think I got of all time. But I used to love watching receivers, like Julio Jones, Megatron. Like, I mean, it's a bunch that you can name, but that was like the main two people that like I love to watch. Like Larry Fitzgerald was a great route runner, great catcher too. Yeah, I never really. So it's crazy because like when I was growing up, right, I was a different type of style of player. Like I was playing offense, defense. On defense,
they called
like,
you special. They said actually to call you a special, versatile player was an insult. I said, well, what new words can I come up with?
Yeah.
Outstanding. So yeah, weapon. Continue. You did a weapon, just kind of like one of your favorite players. They called a Weapon X.
Weapon X. Yeah, he was a dog though. He was a super savage, but. They're
calling you some names too. Yeah, I'm seeing. They said they're gonna release you on them. I'm like, whoa, what type of player is that? They said we release. No. They said we're going to release Campbell on y'all. I said, oh.
It's gonna have to happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
This is what I want to talk to you about because I saw something that touched my heart. Confidence is given with you, but it doesn't come from cockiness. It's like you said before, you know you have to be the best, and that's what you're striving to do. You had a vulnerable moment that a lot of men wouldn't. It almost broke me down. It was a special message from your parents, and it went viral on social media, and it touched you, and you just straight broke down. What is it about their sacrifice that people don't know about the journey in a relationship to your parents?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think like you just said it, like the sacrifices, right? The things that, I mean, for other people, like not even just parents, but like the people that's helping you on your journey. Like, and when you really think about, like, like your why, like once you step on that field, like for me, like I always think about like, what's my why? Like, why am I playing this game so hard right now? And my why was just, my mom. She working her job day in and day out. She ain't even trying to not work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she don't ever have a mindset of like, oh, nah, I don't gotta work this day. Nah, she's a hard worker. That's, part of where my hard work come from. And then, my father, he's just been in my life, ever since I was a youngin'. And, once he got, incarcerated, and he just got out, before I got drafted, it was a special moment, right? Just to understand, just like the values that he added into my life, the values that my mother added into my life. And, being the young man that I am today, it breeds me. One thing that I would say that my father always taught me was, how you do anything is how you do everything. And, I always took that with me, and I took it around with it. One thing that my mom said was, you can't, don't be half doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing that I always took with me too, because it's like, even if I'm not playing football, just being a regular person or just doing work or whatever, like, don't even try to half step it. Like, if you're gonna do it, and if you fully gonna commit yourself, then do it all the way.
Full out.
And those are the principles, those are the values, those are the honorable, respecting, factors that was put into my life. So. And that's what I live by each and every day. And
you going full out in life.
Definitely.
Full throttle. Oh man, I love it. And just the respect. So shout out to your parents and your whole family and all the teachers and the coaches, because it's gonna be one coach like I was there every day. He ain't saying nothing about me. Hey. He used to call me second dad. Now he don't know me. Look, you know what I mean? It's always one. You know how we do. If you could give advice to the young you who's out there doing practice, and you asking this coach to take you, you're asking this person, you staying the night at this thing, you don't have the money for this, and they just want to give up.
Yeah.
But somebody told them, you're going to be next up.
Yeah.
What is that advice that you would give?
Question. I'll say two things, right? Always be yourself, and never think you're too big enough to ask any question about anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, when you're growing up, you always, like, of course, like, you're going to go through some stuff by yourself, right? But, it's always adversity, right? It's always a sacrifice that has to be made in order to unleash and unlock and go to a next level. And, in order to do that, you got to be yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in the work, trust in the process. Like, yeah, you're going to have some lows. Yeah, things are going to happen, but it's all about that next play. It's all about what can I do to get better, for the next time to come. So,
come on. No, the philosophy.
Yeah.
Because the gems that you drop, once again, sometimes I really have to pick them up.
We gotta pick them up.
We gotta pick them up. Listen, I want to do something special because this is a man of many words, and it's almost hard for me to encapsulate his excellence and give it to you like that. But this is BET's Next Up. I'm your girl, Jamela Mustafa, and I'm sitting here with the
Jihaad Campbell.
That's a very humble outro. He's not one to watch, he's one to win. Eagles!
Eagles!